Yo, welcome to the post-game edition of the playoff between Clemson and Ohio State of Down South Football Podcast Live. It's your boy Bernard Williams, and of course we got in the building Mr. I am DJ Double Dose, Ben Dennis, Mr. Chauncey Tuck with the fresh blue hoodie on, and Mr. David Gardner looking over there looking like Jigga Man himself. Fellas, what's going on, man?
Man, what's up, man? We just watched an excellent second half of football, sir.
Man,
did we?
Man.
Depending on what side you're sitting on.
Did we know? Here we go.
them people in that old state, they've had an excellent second half of football.
Bruh.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Aaron, what you laughing at, man? What you got? What you laughing at, dog? What you laughing at? What up, Pat?
Man.
He got the heat on today, bro.
Man, I wish he would be quiet, but he's still gonna have some.
Bro, he got the whole pie, bro. He got the whole pie.
He's still gonna run this. He's still gonna run his mouth. Y'all know he is.
So I'm gonna pull up these final stats right here. Hey man, y'all tell me what y'all think about while I'm pulling this up, man.
What my boy Trey Sermon end up with?
Well, that's what I'm going to look at right now, sir.
Oh no. No, we don't use that type of language. We're a family show, sir.
What do you say?
hey, you don't like that. You don't like Bourbon Street Dabo Jr. You know what I'm saying? You don't like the second line Dabo Jr.
Because
I can't.
They got second line. They got second line out of the Superdome. You know what? They probably buried on top of the ground like they do in New Orleans.
They don't want to go back to New Orleans no more.
No, they hate that place.
Trey Sermon ended up with 193 yards on 31 carries.
And if they wouldn't have had that last run called back, he'd have had over 200.
So that would have been almost 600 yards in two games.
Yeah.
Bro, come on now. No, your secondary. We all, bro. Your secondary was probably the weakest part of your defense. You even acknowledged that part.
You knew that going into the game.
Turner was trash. It didn't matter if he did sit out the first half. The second half, he just got smoked by what's the young man name? I don't want to mispronounce his name.
I yield all my time to Senator Tuck.
What?
Olivet.
Oh, come on, bro.
What, Olave?
Olave.
Yeah. Thank you, Renard.
And then apparently he's not even the fastest guy on the team.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't.
Sweet Jesus, mother of God.
The fastest guy was running underneath.
Oh man, Kendrick. Yeah, Aaron. Kendrick had himself a bad day.
Dumpster juice. That's what that is. Dumpster juice. Don't even bring that dude. Look,
anyway. Okay, let me chill with the comments. Let's chill with the comments. Let's get into the game a little bit, man.
Okay.
Look, bruh. My question to y'all: on a scale of 1 to 10, give me your shock value of what we just watched. Anybody can start.
A scale 1 to 10. 6.
Ben,
I give it an 8. I figured they was gonna win, but not like this. Not like this.
Dave,
a 1. A 1. Because I wasn't shocked. I wouldn't be shocked either way because coming into the game, I said that it would be good on good, elite on elite. So
right,
you know, it didn't shock me if it would be Ohio State standing on the podium like they are now, or if it's Clemson. So I'm gonna give it a 1, man. I mean, you saw the best of some of the best kids in the country on display tonight. Unfortunately, our first game didn't display that on both sides, but this one did. So I give it a 1, man.
Okay.
I think also what you saw was the fact of you saw two offenses that was trying to be as versatile as they could be compared to Notre Dame. Notre Dame was like, if we can't run the ball, our offense just ain't made enough to actually do anything different. Right. And I think that was going to be the issue beforehand was like if they can run the ball. I think David even said if they can run the ball, then we're going to be looking at a good game. But if they can't run the ball and make them, truly one dimensional, they passing attack wasn't gonna cut it. Well, I feel like these other two teams could actually adapt to actually doing that because they got the quarterback play and the athletes to do it. So I don't know. I feel like we might have been cheated out of. If I'm Clemson, Ohio State, I'm saying, damn it, ain't no way in hell we meet next year. If we meet next year, then I'm calling conspiracy because this don't make no sense.
Well, if they in a situation, you know they're gonna make it do a rubber match. You know that.
Well, you know what, Renard, when you really look back in history, if we were to pull the history books out, these teams that we're looking at now are the teams that was there anyway. It's weird, with the exception of your USC and Texas of the world. These teams were always kind of the elite of the elite. So, I mean, based off the system we have now, you're gonna continue to get the same thing because you're gonna come back and rank Clemson in the top 5 anyway. So if they run the table,
because they're gonna remember what DJ did against Notre Dame.
You look at this, and then Notre Dame gonna get an out because they Notre Dame. So you're gonna look back at the same thing anyway.
Well, I think the committee next year will probably look at that stat that I saw. They were 0-7 on New Year Day Bowl.
Yeah, it's a bad number.
And they were outscored 137 points.
It's awful.
Look, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And to Renard's point earlier when he was saying about Notre Dame and their talent level, yes, they are talented in some of the skill positions. But their trenches have gotten better, but as far as the elite, no.
Well, Tuck,
I think the O line is not a D line. I don't know.
Well, Tuck, actually, on the O line, I thought that in that game they controlled the line of scrimmage as far as on the offensive side. They were moving them. Whenever you see here's the key, guys. Whenever you see an offensive line and make immediate impact, and you see the defensive line, that fat part, they barely turn like this right here. You got some movement going on there, guys. So I love their offensive line, even though I think all of them are maybe seniors, maybe.
Yeah, I think they all.
They are, and they all. I mean, 2 of them probably first rounders that comes off the board, but I just don't think. Well, maybe it's part of it with Notre Dame's scheme. I just don't. They don't need to come back right now. I really don't see it.
Well, if that dude that they threw in there for them little couple of plays, it's finna be the quarterback next year. Look, I know you follow Notre Dame a little closer than we do. Next year is might be one of them Notre Dame years where you like, because Buddy is the answer.
Because let me tell you something. He looked way more promising than Book has ever looked in his whole career at Notre Dame. I would give him, because Book is gone. No, he got one. Book got one more year.
Book leaving. I don't see him coming back.
Book going well. Where's he going?
I don't see him coming back. He is a senior. I mean, I know that you don't count, so to speak, but
right. I mean, bro, there's nothing. He's not even a 3rd round pick. Why would you?
If you Brian Kelly, do you want him back?
I mean, you can't stop him from coming back unless you just say, "Hey, he can't come back." But I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, that's an interesting storyline for another day about Book. But I mean, my hats off to Ohio State, man. Like they have gotten all the ridicule in the world, and for some, I understand why people feel that way. But you can't say they ain't show up.
No, you cannot.
You can't say they ain't show up. You can't say they ain't show up and wasn't ready to rock and ready to play. I think I don't know. I think he's still on here. Dabo Jr. still on here, but I think to a lot of things, not so much exposed, but there were just some things that kind of caught up with them. That was kind of a perfect storm. I mean, because look how Ohio State was running the ball. Yeah, I mean they was running the ball, then they had the play action going, and then Fields was dropping them dimes on them, and Olave and Williams and boys was just all over the place, man. I just can't. Fields, bro, that ball he threw after he got hurt, and then he limped off the field.
Yeah,
I haven't seen a pretty ball like that in a long time.
I mean, he put that thing in a dive.
And he knew he had put. I don't know. I guess Turner thought he couldn't throw the ball that far. But he threw that. He threw it right here. I mean,
and look, and again, Kendrick looking like y'all done left me asked out.
Hold on.
Y'all done left me asked out again.
Go ahead, Dave. I want to ask Dabo Jr. a question.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is that the thing that I think that every sports fan, every college football fan has to realize, and I think we see it, but we don't realize it, is that our in-conference play, you're going to have some teams that play you tough because they get to see you year in, year out. They're studying you, they're breaking you down. And then when you get to games like this is kind of like a one-shot deal. You know what I mean? You just kind of like, okay, well,
what's up, Damien?
Conference. So we win our conference, and then, hey, now I got to try to break down the Ohio State or Alabama or Clemson or whatever. So, I think a lot of people took away from that display against Ohio State versus Northwestern and took away from it that, hey, man, maybe Ohio State ain't that team, but, hey, maybe we need to get some props and get some love to Northwestern too. At the end of the day.
Yeah, because that Northwestern defense showed up last week to a certain degree.
And then you think about that. You take a good defense that Northwestern, I feel they have, plus, and then you add on the fact that, hey, we've played these teams. We've played this team before, and we got coaches giving us film. And believe it or not, these coaches they are all in the same circle, guys. So you just have to put all that stuff together, man.
Yeah,
I think, and I think the other thing about this game was, we said it earlier, Clemson realized early on that they was in a shootout, and as we said at halftime, we like, look, if they, this second half is gonna come down to, can Clemson continue to get multiple stops in order to keep them from coming? Yeah, they got to stop off the bat, and that was it. And that was it. And that wasn't really even on their defense. That was Justin Fields just made a bad read. He had the tight end wide open.
Right. And I told you, all they needed was one more touchdown. The game was over with. And they would have won what? They would have won by one touchdown anyway if they would have kept going. That's it. I mean, Clemson did not show up at all at the second half. They didn't play their best. Ohio State beat them, and I thought a shootout would help Clemson more because they've been playing more. No, they did not.
But you know what, Tuck? To your point, we talked about before in the pregame show.
Mm-hmm.
I think I mentioned it, and Ben started it, and we talked about the fact that Clemson's OC wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
And I also mentioned that the first 2 to 3 series were going to be scripted anyway.
Yeah.
And so you saw each team score 14 apiece.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you had to come off script, that's when you saw.
Correct.
That's when you saw Ohio State start to make a push in this game. So I do believe the OC played a part in it.
Yeah.
Not to make an excuse. I mean, it is what it is. But
yeah. I mean, but 20 to 25 plays, you gonna have if you a play caller and you see what's working and you see what's going on, what your tendencies are, what's happening, you're going to have to go back. I'm not saying go back to the well so many times, but brother, you was killing them with those underlying routes. You wasn't killing them deep. You were nickel and dime Trevor Lawrence will nickel and dime you to death, and then y'all go up top. Then you attack the middle. They never attacked the middle after those first 20, 25 plays. They never did go to the screens with. It was a one play that really worked well with them with ETN when they faked the reverse, and then ETN like he was going to stand there and block, and then they throw it up underneath. He was wide open because they had so much eye candy. They never went back to that. They could have did that play, but they never did go back to it.
Well, that was a play like that. That's one of those plays to where I just only needed to work one time, and if it don't work, then that's it for that.
That's exactly how they seemed like they played it. Was just like, hey,
because you got some plays in the playbook to where, hey,
that's true.
I only need this to work one time,
but,
and if it worked one
what
time,
I was going to say, right? But see, but you still could play so much off of that. You fake that,
right.
So you know that play. If you work that play, let's say it worked it didn't work that one time. Then you can give the next time. And you hit that corner, you hit the edge, it can get you 15 yards. Then you run that, then you do that same motion, same action, look deep, and you got post on the middle all day long.
I guess
the same exact thing, but do different stuff with it. They went away from it. That's all I'm saying.
I guess the only problem is that if it don't work the first time, you ain't got nothing to go off of.
Right, exactly. But it was Renard, and it never came back.
Renard, I do want to go to a comment before we move on. He had a comment on YouTube that was talking about Trey Sermon's draft stock.
Oh yeah,
I had one that says,
I had put it up there.
Yeah. You know what? Here's the interesting thing about that to me. When Trey Sermon was at Oklahoma, I thought that his draft stock was going to be elite anyway. I mean, in the NFL, I mean, if you get drafted third round as a running back, then shoot, you're pretty good. But I thought that it would be that. I don't know. I really don't know the all in all why he left Oklahoma. I don't know what was up with that. But I can agree with what he said. I think that I don't want to say he improved his draft stock. I think that he has kept his draft stock what it was to where I saw him at Oklahoma. I saw him as a 4th, 5th round guy. Yeah. And 4th, 5th round running back guys, that doesn't mean that they slop. That's just how they value running backs.
I mean, he's running hard. If you look at what he's done the last 2 weeks, I mean, he's running hard. And like we say, a lot of it is more so how you look. And it ain't even necessarily about the numbers. He's running hard. Like he's attacking the hole, and he's seeing opportunities, and he's going and getting it. And I think that matters just as much as if you put up 150 yards, 175 yards. But because people like to look at that too.
He also know that Master Teague is out, and this is his opportunity.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't splitting no more. It's like, hey, I'm going on my shoulder, baby. We gonna rock this thing.
Whoever Ohio State's backup was tonight,
one freshman dude, that big dude,
man, that's what I'm gonna he put his foot in the ground, and then he just said, "Oh, bump this! I'm gonna truck somebody."
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, you better be glad you didn't see Master T, because Master T trucked everybody.
What's that, Master T? He go looking for people. He might have a straight line for the end zone, but he's still gonna try to find him a TV.
Yeah, he don't care about no touchdown.
Hey, I'm trying to punish you. You finna hit me. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna run through your soul and take your heart when I run through your soul.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I was like, I was like, what that boy just say? I knew I heard that somewhere. But man, hold
up. Y'all see that? Y'all see, you know, Dabble Jr., go ahead and take you another drink and just go ahead and just tap out tonight. Give credit to OSU for getting their plays in before Brent could set the defense. Stop, man. Stop.
Hey, man, listen.
Stop it.
All of that, man.
Stop it.
I mean, all of that is part of
that's part of game planning. That's game planning.
Thank you.
That's game planning. I mean,
okay. Yeah. All right, now Dabble Jr., check this out. Did Ohio State?
What are we talking about?
Ohio State. I'm pretty sure they didn't substitute. I'm pretty sure they didn't substitute, so it was within the rules of the game with what they was doing. That's your coach's fault for not having them set. And it's a easy solution to this. Time. You know your guys are not straight. You know your guys are not aligned.
Right.
He said that's why I gave him credit.
That was a backhanded comment. That's what that was.
Right. Like that was one of them. He tried to make an excuse, but not make an excuse.
But you're trying to say, if they wasn't lined up,
that's my fault.
Bring it back in. Go ahead, Dave.
The question is to you, Renard, and I think this is where we're gonna bring it back in at.
Okay.
Is that what do you see What did you see? Oh no, let me rephrase my question. How did you feel about the game, and how do you feel about the matchup going forward?
Man, I tell you what, watching this game, it didn't take long to see that Ohio State was going to be a different team. Number one, looking at them on their D line, which has been so inconsistent for them all year long, and to have those two pluggers and two stoppers back in the middle, healthy and ready to go. Number 11, who's more of a pass rusher, edge kind of guy, stepping up, fighting off blocks. I think they really just stepped up. Now, my question to them is, I don't know what kind of magic potion, well, I should say evil potion, y'all done gave Sean Wade. And their secondary, but I think Sean Wade's problem is that he wasn't a number one corner, and I think a lot of that has gotten exposed to you. They just thought he was just going to automatically move over.
Well, this week ain't going to be no better
to that number one corner spot, and it just hasn't happened, hasn't materialized that way. So looking forward, going to the matchup, I see, and I know it's not going to be a popular opinion, I see some issues in both secondaries.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really do, and I think that B Bean on YouTube said he said 41-38. I can see that game. Yeah. I can see a game like that
easily. I really think it's depending on Ohio State's defensive coordinator how he wants to approach the ball game. Does he want to keep everything in front of him and keep those thirds and play cover 3 and play man up underneath? It just depends on what he wants to do, because if you play cover 3 and you play everything man up underneath, then Najee is going to tear you apart. But then if you go cover 2, Waddle probably will be back, so that takes care of the middle. So if you go man to man straight up and down, you got problems all over the field when you go out of offense. However,
but I think the same can be said the opposite way too, though.
Exactly, they're going to say the exact same thing because
they tight ends on Bama linebackers.
Yes, you took my point. No, yep.
Right. I'm about to say those tight ends, they're going to kill. They're going to kill Moses. They're going to kill Radius. They're going to kill. Then Surtain, I promise y'all, Surtain is going to probably get exposed this game. I promise you, because to me, it's a problem for everybody. It's gonna be a shootout. The first person that stops somebody is gonna win the ball game. That's it. Or who has the ball last. That's who's gonna win the ball game.
And I'm with you on that stuff, because I mean, when you look at it, both of their secondaries have,
crippled is a stretch like all the way to damn Knoxville. That is no way.
Now,
are you hurt or are you injured?
That's what I'm about to say. Now Fields, what he can't do is not run, because as you saw, once he got dinged up, which he didn't really necessarily need to, but next week, on the 11th, he gonna have to keep that read a couple of times, just so Bama can, just so they can know, like, okay, he still will run the ball. But like you said, ultimately, both of their secondaries is going to be a question mark. It's going to be about who makes the bad decision. Now, if you're Bama, you probably feeling like Fields will make a bad decision more so than Mac will, because Mac really hadn't made a lot of
here's the thing,
bad decisions lately.
Mac hasn't faced a real good defense either. Now, let's be real. He hasn't faced a real good defense. He makes mistakes. He just gets away with them.
And that's what I'm saying. Fields has made mistakes, and like they pointed out today before he threw the pick tonight, he had threw 4 or 5 picks in the last couple of games. So if you're Bama, if you are Bama and you are a Bama fan, you feel like, hey, Fields will give us one more so than Mac would give them one. That's your thought process.
He does take care of the ball, but like I said,
right.
That secondary Ohio State, there's some hawks. Those safeties are some hawks. They just can't catch the ball, as y'all saw tonight. I was like, the ball hit him right in the hands. He didn't catch it. But
that's why they play defense too.
That's what they say. Man, I miss it. Man, I miss it. NCAA, man. Anyway, but yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a great game. You got 11 days, before the showdown, but
10.
I just hope Fields is okay. I just hope he's okay.
Well, here's my thing. I got a couple points to make. To Fields being injured, the fact that he came back and finished the game and he threw a few touchdowns when he came back. Guys, we have to realize all of us on this show are either 40 or close to 40. So they heal up different than we do. Okay. So when you 20, when you 20, you get a little bruise. You get a little bruise at 20.
Slap some on and you good to go.
And plus he got around the clock treatment. So
24/7.
Right. He's gonna be fine. That's not my concern. He's gonna be fine. Now you guys made a comment about Surtain. I think I don't want to call it exposed. I want to call it more so you just got beat. Meaning that cornerbacks, the life that they live when you're talking about football, you win some, you lose some. And he's going to be going against some guys that's going to be playing on Sundays like he is. So he's going to win some one-on-ones. He's going to lose some one-on-ones. And tonight what we saw was nobody there to even, they just couldn't. They couldn't give him
and to your point, Dave, not even beat. It's even more so about Ohio State is going to test him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Notre Dame didn't really test him. They are going to test him and see, push their limits and see what they can and cannot get away with.
Because coming into the game, not to cut you off, coming into this game, when we always talk about recruiting, we do recruiting analysis and we do different breakdowns, things like this. You're talking about a Justin Fields against a Mac Jones. Guys, let's rewind the clock 2 years ago. Yeah. Or 3 years ago, however you want to put it. Justin Fields was on with you wouldn't even put Mac Jones in the same category as a Justin Fields.
No.
But because of the surrounding cast of a Mac Jones have.
Right.
Now you do. So the battle, I think the biggest chess match to me, and I was talking to some of my guys tonight, and I think Renard chimed in on it, was that as a defensive coordinator, what do you live with and what do you take away? Right. So do you try to take away Devontae Smith? Do you try to take away Najee? What do you try to take away? Because me personally, this is just me. I'm not a defensive coordinator, guys. I mean, I'm just somebody that just love football, coach football, and be on the show. I would try to do my best to take away Smith. I really would, because I know it's tough. But when he scores and when he does his thing, that gives that team a different type of energy, man. And
I agree, but Najee can.
I'm not saying you can't. I ain't saying you're gonna be successful. I just say I'm gonna try.
But at the same time, Najee can do what he did tonight Najee hurdled over AT&T Stadium tonight, y'all.
That's true. But the one difference about Devontae Smith and Najee, when Najee run the ball and he gets tackled. Because normally when Devontae Smith get tackled, he's in the end zone. But when Najee get tackled, the clock does this.
Yeah.
Right.
When Devontae Smith catches pass, a 10-yard slant, take it to the house.
That shit quick.
You kick it off. You go to the commercial. So what you got?
It's an energy play when Devontae get it, because they know Devontae. They know Devontae, Mechie, all them boys, them your leaders. Najee, like they expect Najee to get his on the ground, because with that offensive line and stuff like that. But it's them power click plays. So like tonight, they were stopping the run just a little bit, just for a little while. And then when they did that, here you go, boom, Devontae gone. So it's
everybody just like, damn.
And then when you like, okay, we got Devontae. Here they come sliding over Bills, number 19, and tie it in out the back. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so now we're going to have your head spinning. So my thing is, like I was saying earlier with Tuck, I might be playing cover 3. I'm playing some cloud coverage. I'm keeping everything in front of me. If y'all going to beat me, y'all going to come down this field and beat me.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all going to nickel down this field. But as far as the Bama defense, somebody said, that Surtain is not his daddy. You are 100% correct.
He's not. He is not his daddy. He is not his daddy.
If Maury was on the show, you are not.
You are not.
You are not.
But hold on. Hold on 1 second, Tuck. take this time out while we have these viewers here right now to look down below. You will see our Cash App, and you will also see those that are chiming on YouTube. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and everybody else on the Facebook, like and subscribe on YouTube. Please, sir, we have some goals that we're trying to get to. Y'all appreciate the content, and we will be back live streaming the national championship game next Monday night. So come on back, kick it with us, man. You never know what we might be doing. So we're gonna be kicking it. I just want to get that
great segue.
Go ahead, sir. Go right ahead.
The matchup for Alabama, the matchup for Alabama defense is going to be whether Michi can not Michi. I'm sorry. 13. What's his name from Trust?
Malachi Moore.
Malachi Moore is going to be the key to Alabama's defense. I promise you. If he
avoid 13, they are going to come at him.
Did he play today?
That's what I was going to ask. What happened with Malachi?
I ain't seen him.
Bama fans, chime in. Did y'all see Malachi today?
I didn't see him.
Was something going on with him? Anybody know? I mean, because I saw Branch. I saw Branch on 14. You know, he's been
he played behind Malachi, but I also saw his mom, his parents were there, his family was there.
Right.
So
he was there.
Don't nobody really know. I just think he probably was on that secret COVID list that they don't put out. But I don't know. I hope not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not wishing that on him, but I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Damien just came in and says his mama tweeted that he was hurt.
Okay.
Oh, really? What'd she say?
Uh-oh.
Did they say it was a Tony ankle?
He's hurt from the championship.
That's gonna matter next week.
It was a Tony ankle. You ever heard of Tony ankle?
I don't even want to know.
Do we want to know, Dave?
Tony that played for Florida that kind of caught for over almost 200 yards, something like that. But go ahead with the show.
You wrong, bro.
Hold on, let's do this for a second. Why you got the audience here? Y'all tell me. I don't care if you for Alabama, Ohio State, or whatever you feel like tomorrow. Whoever you cheer for. What's the keys to Bama winning next week? What do you feel like your keys are? We've been giving our keys what we think so far. This is before we look at any film or do anything else or get any deeper. What do you think the keys are to an Alabama win? And then we'll go to Alabama. Then we'll go to Ohio State just for a little bit. We don't want to keep everybody on the night. We know it's almost midnight, but
right.
Can anybody? That was last night, sir. You know, you're 24 hours late. You can't say Happy New Year, but still. So, what do you guys feel like is the key to an Alabama win? Bama Buddy says, "Show up, they win."
Wow. It's that simple, huh?
Okay.
I think the logo says it all.
It says
I'll just say this. I hate to sound cliche, but I think for Bama, one of the things that they are going to have to do is just play mistake free, because with the way Ohio State's offense is, and we all have our issues about Alabama's secondary, they cannot get into a situation where they have multiple turnovers. They can't do it. So they're going to have to play mistake free. And I think, and also they're going to have to try to do their best to cover up Dylan Moses in coverage. I'm sure every Bama fan on here.
Hold on. No, because somebody says Mosley not getting beat.
Man, but you about to make me cuss. And I said I wasn't going to cuss on the show. Stop it, E. Stop. Mosley is they just said it tonight. He's a weak.
E, that's going to happen. Okay.
Yes.
The only reason he's starting is because that's it. He gets them lined up right. That's it.
How many touchdowns Buddy had tonight? Took
3.
That tight end.
3.
Rukert.
Yeah, 3.
He's going to have to deal with Rukert on top of the other 2 tight ends they got.
Whoever number 8 is for Alabama is going to be their saving grace. That's it. Whoever number 8 is, that's going to be their saving grace. Yo, what? Wow.
There you go. That's all we need to see. And that's a Bama fan, E.
Yeah.
I'm off of it, bro. Y'all crazy, man.
What I'm going to say.
Hold on. We got an Ohio State fan chicken. I want to see what he said. He said from Ohio. Where'd it go? From Ohio State fan. Mac needs to throw for 350, which he can do. Justin's. I don't know. He didn't finish the statement.
Yeah, but what? Like he said though, I mean, Alabama's going to have to get off the field on third down. That's the way you're gonna have to slow down his offense. You're going to have to get stops off third down. I don't think, like I said, Fields might turn the ball over one time, but I mean that didn't. You're going to have to get that offense off the field. That's the only way you can. It's going to be stops. And offensive line play for Alabama is going to be very crucial because you saw some mix-ups tonight with.
I know you see my hand up.
Yeah, I'm not using my time yet. So,
okay.
Oh my God, Aaron.
Okay, go ahead, Tuck. Your time on the floor is almost up.
I give my time to Senator Gardner.
Hey, real quick. On YouTube, the guys that are watching on YouTube, guys and girls that may be watching on YouTube, we got 41 viewers on YouTube. What I need for all 41 of you guys to do is go ahead and subscribe to the channel real quick. Like, subscribe. Hit the bell. Hit the bell. Support us. Hey, we're also going to be going live for the national championship game too. If you guys like the content and the information that you're getting, so Tuck is back on you.
Thank you, sir.
That's what you stopped it for. I thought,
and we needed that.
That's the most important thing.
I thought he was gonna follow it up. I thought he had one more.
No.
Look, hold on, Senator Dennis. You are out of line, and I will I will find you, sir.
Congressman Dennis.
I'm sorry, Congressman
Dennis.
No, hell no. City Councilman Dennis.
Just call me the dude that just grease. I'm the palm greaser, okay?
Alderman Dennis. Alderman Dennis.
Now you put me on Eddie Murphy status.
Hey,
from Distinguished Gentleman.
Alderman Dennis.
But seriously though, I think.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Appreciate you.
But go ahead, bro. We got her. We finna get these folks off of here.
Yeah, but seriously though, I think the keys to the game is going to be if offensive line, because they had some mishaps on the offensive line today against Notre Dame. Not too many that was notable. I don't think Ohio State has enough pass rush, so you're going to have to confuse Bama. But do you really want to take that chance to blitz Mac Jones? I mean, you're in a catch-22 either way you go. It's all about these matchups. And again, like David said about Ohio State tonight against Clemson, it's going to be the same thing with Alabama. You got your top versus your top versus your top versus your top.
Mm-hmm. But you know what I'm interested to see? I'm sorry.
Go ahead, I'm done.
You know what I'm interested to see? Those two defensive tackles, especially the one that's healthy. The one that finally got healthy, I think, is 92. The one they've been waiting on really get healthy all year long. To see him against Chris Owens, since Landon Dickerson is not out.
A lot of people are not going to mention that, Renaud.
Are they going to run some stunts? Are they going to run some things up in the A gap? Yeah. What are they going to do to try to confuse? I mean, because Owens is a good, solid player. I mean, he's a fifth-year senior. But my thing is, what are they going to do to try to confuse him? Are they going to try to come at him? And, I don't know how much of the actual offense as far as checks and things like that he has control over. But, I mean, he did a pretty good – offensive lineman, they didn't call your name today. That's what you want. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They didn't call his name today. But, we also know that Notre Dame defensive line wasn't nowhere near as strong. But –
they'll be decent next year, though. They'll be decent next year, but not this year.
Right.
But I keep looking over at the comments. These people are crazy over here. But I mean, that's my question about that. But it's just so many matchups, man.
Boy, Omar is crazy on YouTube, man. God, dog.
Hey,
I mean,
Hold on, man. Hold on, bro. That's one of my best friends growing up back in Gadsden, dog. That's my homeboy, man. That's part of the click right there. That's part of the click right there.
Hey, man, that might be. We need to put that on. We need to pin that for comment of the year.
We with you, Omar. Hey, Omar, we with you.
We gonna pin that for comment of the year.
I am moving on from that.
We with you, Omar.
What Aaron just said, that's what I was talking about tonight. He missed a lot of blocks.
Right,
I mean,
that's key.
Nobody's gonna say that, but he did. That's that's the one person I was keen on. So
yep, and that's why I said it with Renard. That's why I'm like, I don't think Landon was missed today, but next week he may be missed next week. He may be missed next week.
I have questions about Ohio State linebacker core. I will say that I do have questions as a unit. I do have questions about that, but we can get into this more and more. We don't want to hold everybody up tonight. Right. What we need for y'all to do right now, congratulations to Alabama. Congratulations to Ohio State. It's a matchup of 2015, 2016. All these YouTube comments, I see y'all YouTube, all my Facebook, Twitter, Periscope people. I need everybody to make sure that you like, subscribe on YouTube, hit that button. Follow us, man. We're going to have a lot more content coming, and tune in to us next week, and we will be here. You will be able to see the game right here with us. We'll have the screen right here and have us on the side and have the game going. So
I'm going to say, another thing I'm going to say is 10 years in a row that a Nike school is going to win the national championship.
Y'all don't know about that. We'll explain about that next week. But y'all tell a friend, man. Please hit the subscribe button, keep doing this, so we keep bringing stuff out. This is your boy Renard Williams, man. We got Ben Dennis, we got DL Gardner at C Tuck. Also hit us up on Twitter at Down South Football Podcast, man. Follow us on there. You can find us on there also. But hit that subscribe button. Who is playing music? What is going on? Is that Timothy Tuck? You know what, man? It's almost midnight. Hey, man, y'all tune in.
Hey, Dabo Jr., enjoy court and enjoy the slaw, my brother. Enjoy it, my brother. You got to sit there the whole off season.
Excuse me.
Hit the button.
I'm hitting the button because I'm going to hit somebody if I don't hit the button. All right, people, we'll see y'all next week, man. Come holler at us. Peace.
All right, y'all.